My name is Christina, and
I'm Dolly.
And yes, we have a special guest in our midst today. His name is Emmanuel Ejimofo, a medical student in KSMU in Russia, and is a third year medical student. So, Emmanuel, how you all doing?
Thank you very much, I'm fine.
As I say, how you all doing? I don't know. But anyways, topic.
Okay. Our topic is personal hygiene.
Yes, personal hygiene.
Yeah.
So, Emmanuel, would you like to start first?
Okay. First of all, I would like to say generally what personal hygiene is. When we talk about personal hygiene, what we are referring to are basic practices that help to maintain good health. And most times people take personal hygiene to be just things you do on yourself, but personal hygiene itself is a very broad area. It goes a long way to even our environments, to our workplace, study, personal lives, and a lot of things.
Yeah. Oh, you want to stop there? Okay, no problem. We are still going to come back to you. So, Dalapo, what do you think personal hygiene is?
Okay, well, to me, personal hygiene is just, basically being hygienic. Because, I want to say from the lady's perspective. As a lady, I feel that it's very important for us to be very, very clean, neat, and hygienic.
Yes.
Because we as ladies, there are so many things that could breed infection and diseases in our bodies. Like, for example, I'll take the example of when a lady is on her menstrual period. It's very important for ladies to make sure they change their sanitary pad regularly, because really it's very, very bad for us to keep. Normally, one sanitary pad is meant to stay for 8 hours, but I believe that we should use one for less than that, because when the blood is still there and everything, even the smell and everything, there's so many bacterial infections you could get by leaving your pad or sleeping with it and everything, and it's very, very bad. And I read some research about it even causing cervical cancer when you leave your pad for too long. So I also think that it's also important as ladies, we should also always shave our private parts, like your armpits, the pubic hair and everything, just to have that fresh and nice smell, because it can bring out body odor and all. So I think maybe later I'll talk about
That's nice. Kola, what do you think?
Yeah, so personal hygiene goes a really long way for everybody. Personal hygiene is it protects us from diseases, from infections. As ladies, we have medically speaking, we have a short uterus. Sorry, a short urethra, right?
Yeah.
That's why it's very easy for most females to have urethral infection, and that's something that we should all try to prevent. So because for that, we should try to wash our panties daily. Anytime you want to have your bath, before you even have your bath, you wash your panties daily. You should wash your braziers, because some things might be growing there. You should brush your teeth in the morning when you wake up. Sometimes in the nights before you go to bed, you should. If you know that you're someone that sweats a lot, you should change your clothing. You should wash your clothes every time. But you don't try to repeat your clothes to avoid body odor and things like that. You should just generally just take care of yourself, take care of your environment. When you wake up, you lay your beds. Don't drop your bags on the floor anywhere. Example, if you go to a public restroom now, don't just drop your bags on the floor. Just really try to really take care of yourself. So that's it for now.
Okay, so let me just add to what they said already. So before I pass it on to our guest speaker, personal hygiene, it goes a very long way in our lives. It goes a long way because when we don't take care of our body, when we don't take care of our environment, it bounces back on us.
Yes.
That's just it. Whenever you use the toilet, please wash your hands with alcohol or soap with water. Please try and wash your hands. It's very important because there are a lot of toilet infections out there, especially if you go to a public toilet. Make sure you wash your hand immediately you use the toilet, because, for example, if you don't wash your hand and then, there are some public toilets that has Escherichia coli, for example. If you take Escherichia coli and it's in your hand, and then you eat with it and then you digest it, it goes to your intestine and then it causes a lot of damage. So these are little things that we have to take seriously. These are things that we have to take into consideration whenever we do some certain things. Please wash your hands whenever you go out. When you come back from work, when you come back from school, when you go out and you come back, as long as you were not at home initially, when you get home, please go into the bathroom, wash your hands with soap and alcohol if you have, and then with water. clean water, please.
I'm so sorry. When you talk about public toilet, I remembered something. I feel that it's very important for you not to sit down on the closet if you're in a public toilet. Because there are sometimes that you even see like people are very urinated on the closet, and then it's improper for you to sit down on that same closet. Like you have carried that person's infection immediately. Sharp. Like it's very, 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 very important. Please, we should try. And if maybe you want to, maybe not ease yourself, maybe you want to do the other thing. You get what I'm saying? Maybe you can put like tissue paper on the seat. I feel.
Oh, sorry. We are hot. Sorry. It's Russian weather. I hope you guys understand. Anyway, so let me pass it back to our guest speaker, Emmanuel. So.
Okay. Before I continue about this question. I want to say personal hygiene, most of us listening might just take this lightly, like of course we know what personal hygiene is, and definitely I'm sure everybody knows what personal hygiene is, but I want to say it's very important if you maintain a high level of personal hygiene. I know people are different and people have their standards, but I think everybody should have a standard of hygiene, and I think personally you should study yourself and know on your own things and the kind of places you go to and the things you do. They all affect the kind of standard of hygiene you should keep. For instance, someone who knows he or she sweats a lot, you should know you should take your baths as often as you can, and depending on what you do. And I also want to point out an importance in keeping a high personal hygienic standard. I don't even know if there's a word like that. Personal hygiene, if you have a good one, it gives you confidence. You know you want to go out there and you know you're not smelling. You want to go out there knowing that someone is not disturbed by your breath, and you don't want to go out there being a connection to the transmission of germs. Because why I'm saying this is because every day we come in contact with things, and there is a chain. Trust me, there is a chain, and that's why we advise constant washing of hands, because these measures break this chain and try to reduce the transfer of germs and infections. And then so if I were to continue further on that, personally, I would say for a guy, if you're talking about hygiene, let me start from the top. You want to start taking care of your hair. For the guys who keep hair, I would say you don't just wash the hair with the regular soap during shower only. I think you should use a shampoo. If you can. I think
and conditioner.
No, not a conditioner. You should use a shampoo to wash your hair, and most times shave, of course, keep a clean beard, shave, trim, and you should look good. And then furtherwards, your armpit, let's go to the axillary region. From your sexual development, there's I think there's pheromones, if I'm not mistaken, that is secreted most times. So all these things, they build up. There's this
body odor.
No, it's not body odor.
Smell.
Pheromones, they are for
guys.
no, not just for guys, even for females.
Animals.
Even animals to have it, but basically what it was meant for was, funny enough, for sexual or attraction. But if you leave all those there in too long a time, it accumulates and it can smell. So you shave and you wash clean. You want to keep your unders clean, your boxers, your singlets, you want to keep them clean. You also want to keep your nails short and clean, and your footwear, your stockings. Some guys,
my Jesus, we know the winter period.
Some guys, calm down, not some guys put on their stockings for quite a long time without washing. We're advising as often as you can, keep a collection of stockings. Don't just have one stocking first of all. You should not have just one stocking. You should have like 3 pairs. If you have 3 pairs of stockings, you rotate them in the week and wash them during the weekend, something like that. I think that is fair enough. Also, your clothes, your jeans, your shirts, you want to keep clean clothes and wash them. It doesn't matter how much clothes you have, you want to wash and keep the ones you have clean and iron them. If you know you have a problem with body odor, I think it might be advisable if you could go for some body deodorants, and that could help keep you in good shape.
For a short while though.
Yeah, definitely for a short while, because that's even those people that have bad breaths and that use the whole mouth spray and all that, it only keeps that away for a short while. What gives the long-lasting good? What do I even say? Which word do I?
Good,
Nice smell.
nice smell or something.
Yeah, but what does that is a good hygiene. You have to brush your teeth properly and as often as possible, twice a day, in the morning and in the night before you go to bed.
Yeah, that's really important. You know, you said something about stockings and all, and then it just brought back my memory to the fact that when we wear, for people that have sweaty legs, it's not everybody, but few people have sweaty legs. If you have sweaty legs, and you know when you come back from work or from school and you wear, for example, a boot or a canvas, please try as much as possible to hair your shoe. Try and hair it, because if you don't, when you go to a public place, for example, you went visiting where you've never been, for example, you went visiting at someone's place and then you remove your shoe and then the whole place is smelling. It's not nice. We understand that people have sweaty legs, but then what we would definitely not understand is the fact that you have leg odor. So, moving on,
I'm not afraid to proudly claim my Christianity. I'm a Christian, and that don't mean I think I'm perfect, but I know I got a purpose. That's why I'm on.
Segment of today's episode. On this segment, we'll be discussing and we'll be treating our case study for today. So, therefore, would you love to read it first?
Yes, I would. So today's case study says that Timothy is a public speaker. He's very good, but he has a terrible mouth odor. Because of this, people have not been able to approach him. You want to tell him, how do you go about it? And then, have you ever had to tell someone that they had a bad personal hygiene? How did you do it, and what was the result?
So let's show it out to our guest speaker first, Emmanuel.
Okay, I haven't had an opportunity to advise anybody or tell anybody he or she has a bad mouth odor or some stuff. But if I would say how someone could go about that, I feel, first of all, you should go in a respectful manner.
Yes.
And in your conversation with this person, you should say it as nice as possible so you don't sound insultive, and you want to probably make it as quick as possible.
Yes.
And then I would like to also add, when you have it in mind to tell someone he or she has a mouth odor, you should also respect the person's privacy, and that person should be in probably an isolated area. You don't just walk up to someone in an open place with people and say, hey dude, you have a mouth odor. Yeah, you should isolate the person and then kindly, or will I say nicely, tell this person what you feel. Talk to the person from your heart, and I think with those simple steps of manner, you should be able to convey the message in a way it will not cause a misunderstanding, because there's a way you can tell someone he or she has mouth odor, even though you have a good intention. The approach really matters. The person might take it wrongly, or although I don't think anyone should take that wrongly, but because of the diversity of the human race, people react differently to different things. So just to not make things worse and rather solve the problem, I think you should yeah, just do what I've said.
Okay. Thank you, Emmanuel. So before I pass it to my two other beautiful ladies, what I'm just going to say about this person, Uncle Timothy, Brother Timothy. Anyways, what I'm going to say is you have to consider two things here. You have to consider the person's psychological state when you are talking to the person. Make sure the person is okay at that moment. You don't go and meet somebody when somebody's already having a bad day. Because, sometimes we don't know if the other person is already having a bad day, but you look at their countenance. If the countenance of the person is not too good at that moment, I don't see any reason why you should call that person at that moment to talk to the person, because you don't want to leave a trauma on that person after you tell them what your observation is about them. So you have to make sure it's in a good environment, a good atmosphere, the person is in the right mind, and you can make it a bit make it, I don't know, in a joking manner, but then the person will be able to get the point from what you're saying. So you don't sound too direct, you don't sound indirect, but you sound precise. The way your observation, it's your observation. So it might be it's your observation and the person doesn't think that way. Most people that have body odor don't know that they have body odor. They don't observe it. They don't know. So if you're telling them, you have to make them understand that this is what you think. Do you get? You don't impose, and you don't impose the cleanliness on them. Make sure when you want to tell them, you make them see from your own point of view. So, Buki.
Honestly, I feel this is a very delicate issue. So I will agree with what they have said. If you want to approach someone in that manner, you have to be nice about it. You have to be respectful about it.
Yes.
And if you know that you cannot do it, you can also I think you can also look for someone that is really close to this person, and then you can tell the person, like the person that is really close to Timothy.
Yes.
You can tell the person what you think, and then advise the person to go and tell Timothy. If you cannot do it by yourself, just tell someone that you know is really close. And I think if someone that is really close conveys the message, you will actually get it right. So
yeah, sure. Double.
Okay, well, in my own view, I want to give a personal experience I had concerning this topic. So when I was in secondary school, there was this classmate of mine. She had body odor, and because I was very confused, I didn't know how to tell or approach her about it, that you have body odor and all. So instead of me to seek advice from someone elderly, I decided to do it my own way. And it was her birthday, and I decided to buy her a perfume. So not knowing that this girl, as in you would think that okay, she'll appreciate the perfume, right? But this girl already heard from someone else. I think maybe a boy in my class also insulted her indirectly. So I think she already knew that she had this problem. So me buying the perfume for her, it was it aggravated the anger and everything, and she was very she misunderstood the whole thing. She was very angry, and she was like, who am I? Who do I think I am? Do I think I'm perfect? I was like, no, I'm not perfect. I'm there to help you and all. And then it went the other way around, and I really regretted buying that perfume for her. I feel that I should have gone to meet her and approach her nicely and talk to her girl to girl, tell her, okay, this is what is happening, that can you try and just buy perfume or use roll-on or something so I can have a nice meal, but in a nice way that she won't really get angry about it. So I think that's everything that they have all said, the best way is to approach the person nicely and tell them about it. So.
Yeah, in fact, we're supposed to be our brother's keeper, right?
Yeah.
So if something is wrong with your very close person or a very close person to you, you should learn to be able to tell them, let them know the truth from you, because it won't be nice if you hear from an outsider. It doesn't make sense. So, Dr. Emmanuel, would you love to further on our case study?
What else do you think we could do?
Okay, now I think maybe the question is, what are the things that you could say to the person, the kind of things, or the remedy, how the person can, I don't know, maybe the things that the person can do to avoid smelling, having advice or something.
Well, of course, it's what brings body odor first of all. bad hygiene standard.
Yeah.
So if you could talk to the person, I believe this communication should be the first thing.
Yeah.
You want to talk to the person and get to know the person's routine. Maybe from that you could find out what the problem is. Maybe the person is living in an area where they don't have enough water or good water or something, and then from there you could find out the problem and then get a solution. But I think communication is a good thing.
Yes.
And then I also feel if you find someone who has body odor, other than telling the person, I don't think you should talk to someone else other than the person about it. You, like I said earlier, you want to maintain the person's privacy, even though it's not privacy. Okay, but yeah, you get what I mean. You don't want to go about talking about someone else. Because once this person hears about that from someone else that you say this person said, it's not really a nice thing.
You know, this topic is just very sensitive, and you have to be very careful of how you handle it. So, therefore, you have more things to add.
Yeah, I wanted to say something also. Well, we're talking about using deodorants and all. I know that there's some people that can't really afford it.
Yeah.
Like buying a roll-on and a perfume or something. So I think that if you know you can't afford it, you should try as much as possible. When you're bathing, you scrub your everywhere that you know that odor can come out from, your armpit, your pubic area, anywhere at all. You should scrub it very, very well. Try and make sure when you sweat and you start perceiving something, because I feel that even if someone doesn't tell you, we ourselves sometimes we can perceive this aura from our body and like something is not right. So when you say you're ready, maybe you went out to shop or something and you are really, really sweating, you can carry maybe a napkin with you, clean the sweat and everything. You get what I'm saying? If you can't afford a deodorant, that's what I mean. So I wanted to just chip in that.
Yeah, another thing again that just came to my mind is, sometimes we think we are supposed to bathe at least twice in a day. But then for people that are very sweaty, sometimes I do advise that, okay, when you bathe in the morning, yes, you're coming back from work in the afternoon. Like, I know I have my dad, for example, when he comes back immediately from work, he takes his shower. Then that doesn't still stop him from having a shower later in the night. And I think that that's advisable for people that are very sweaty. And then another thing I want you guys to consider again is when you are bathing, for females, be careful the kind of soap that you're using to bathe. Because sometimes just to reduce cost, I understand that we want to reduce cost and all, but please let's be careful about the soaps that we use, the things we use on our body, because these things later have side effects on our body. Some of these things cause cancer, so you have to be very careful. And then for female, when you are washing the pubic area, please don't use soap.
Yes.
Please don't.
It's
very important. Please don't use soap. Use clean water to wash it, because sometimes when we do some of these soaps that we use, because it's not everybody that can afford a very good soap. Because if you use just all these cheap soaps that they have bad chemicals in them, and then you use them in your pubic area, some of these things cause infection, and then some of the soaps actually leave smell on the pubic area. So doctors, gynecologists, they usually tell us that please be careful. It's better you don't use soap at all. In as much as you cannot afford a good one, don't use soap at all. Just use water to cleanse it very well when you are bathing. It's very important, because some of these things we have to take it into consideration. You want to become a mother later in life, so please don't. So
just generally be clean, please.
Yes.
It's important.
Cleanliness is next to godliness.
Wash your hair.
And you guys can also comment like maybe things that you feel that
exactly.
we didn't say here. You guys can comment it below to help someone. Or maybe your personal experience.
Just please give personal experiences down in the comment section. We would really love to read and study some of them.
Just do things.
Emmanuel, would you like to say something?
Yeah, so I think we're coming to a close. I would like to say we're all different. I think I would say know what works for you. If I don't really have an example, but I want to say what I'm trying to point out is study yourself and study study your body and how your body reacts to, like the deodorants and all that they're saying. Try to study what works best for you. And all that. personally.
Yeah, just study your body. Just to expand on what you said. For example, sometimes we use, if you want to buy cream, I'm sure if you buy cream and use it the first few days, and it's not working for you, you change it. It's just the same way when you get deodorant and all. So with this, we've come to the end of today's episode.
Yeah.
I hope you guys were blessed with this episode, and I hope you guys take all the things we've said into consideration. And if you know people around you that have body odor or any of these things, please help them, share the video to them, let them know the things that they need to do.
I know
So,
someone is perfume.
yes, so please don't buy perfume because you don't know the way they will take it.
Yeah.
Really. So we've come to the end of today's segment, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And in case you are new to this channel, this is your first time on this channel, please push that notification button so that you can receive notifications on our next video. And like they said, comment down your past experiences or anything you'd like to see again, or the kind of videos you want us to do, the kind of topics you want us to treat. Please put it in the comment box. Thank you very much.
No sir, I'm not afraid to proudly claim my Christianity. I'm a Christian, and that don't mean I think I'm perfect, but I know I got a purpose. That's why I'm on my grind. I'm a Christian, got God's favor so I shine. My swag is divine, operating on His time. I'm a Christian, I can't deny it, I can't deny it. No need to hide it. I'm a Christian.